Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday and welcome to Piper Academy. Let's give it a minute for some people to get in here, but I'm going to go ahead and lay out what we're going over today. Let me bring up the duo cam with my co-host, OC Guy. Good morning, OC. How you doing today, man?
Good morning, Piper. Really glad to be here. Very energetic. I soon took my coffee this morning and am pumping.
Yep, gotta have the coffee every morning, man. Gotta have the coffee
Absolutely.
every morning. Guys, let me know how the volume is out there, how everything is sounding on your end out there. I'm trying to make sure that I keep myself and OC at a even level of volume because my son said I was trying to blow out his eardrums when I talk versus him turning himself up for OC. So let me know in the chat if I need to adjust that a little bit. But we got big news today. We're going to talk about some XRP stuff. We're going to talk about actually Ripple stuff, not XRP. The company Ripple. We're going to talk about some Circle. They getting ready to launch an IPO, and we're going to look at the charts definitely because Link is absolutely rocketing. Hashtag Link Marines out there. Glad to have everyone coming in. Ada Ace, Dustin Stinger, Gia with her blue wrench in here, Ninja Clock, ZTS Rhythm in here, and Clarence Slade. He said everything sounds all good. Good morning. Uh, I'm on a different mic. No, I'm on my same mic. I'm on my same mic. Let me see if the and then I will come back here. There we go. That should be that's my good mic. Coffee Bean is a spot to get that coffee. Actually, no. I have a coffee company, Legendary Aviation Coffee, is going to be sending me some coffee and sponsoring the show, man. So Eric Wallen's like, man, Cass and Link are killing it. You ain't lying, bro. They are absolutely rocking. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the stuff here. We got first off, we're going to start with taking a look at the coin market cap. So let's go ahead and jump over there. To everybody that's joining us this morning, thanks for joining us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe notification if you're new here. We go live every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. OC and I bringing you guys the news, the charts, and the market, everything you need for knowledge because knowledge is profit. There we go. Let's get in here and take a look at what we got going on this morning. Going on this morning here, let me adjust the screen just a little bit because I think it might be just a slight bit off. There we go. Yeah, there, get that there. Uh, grab that. Everything's in the way today, man. Everything's in the way. So there we go. Perfect. All right, looking at the coin market cap here, guys. Bitcoin up 1.85% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum up about half that. Ethereum not performing the way that I think it should be. But if you guys remember last cycle, Ethereum set at like $1,900 for most of the cycle and then absolutely ripped off to $4,600. So don't undercut it. Don't let it go down. There you go. Don't let it fool you. Ethereum does those late runs. So looking at XRP here, up 1.2% in the last 24 hours, up almost 15% though for the last 7 days. Solana up about 3.5%, up 7% almost for the last 7 days there. Cardano up 3%, up 22%. So Cardano, the stable coin, that's as everyone like to refer to it as, absolutely getting some movement there, sitting at about 35 cents. What else we got here? Chainlink, though, that's the big one, folks. Love the Chainlink. 1393, currently what it's sitting at right now. 1391, I guess, on that chart there, but it's up 8% for the last day, up 27.7% for the 7 day period. Matic up in that same ballpark again, getting all that Matic love in there. And where is the one I want to show you? Let's go down here to number 42. Is it 42 or has it moved up? Where is my Caspa at? It's in here somewhere. Let's go look it up. I want to see how Caspa's moved this week because Eric Wallen was talking about it because I was talking about it before. And yeah, it's doing great. Let's see here. Caspa is up. Where's it at on the list? Where's it at on the market cap currently? That's the big question.
On
Uh,
daily, it just went up 8.7% on the
8.7%. You got it
daily
on your screen?
movement.
You got it on your screen?
Yeah, I got it on Crypto Bubbles.
Oh,
There we
okay. There
go.
we go.
So as you
Perfect.
can see, we're in, yeah, on the daily, and we can see an increase of 8.7% right with Matic there, right? So I mean, I think it's going on, and also look at Link, it's pumping also. So yeah.
What is it for the week right now?
Let's take a
Hit
look
the
at that
weekly.
one. So for the week, cash
39 point, yeah,
39%,
absolutely tearing off. So
one of
I
the
love it.
biggest one.
Love it. Let's go, Caspa. So yeah, let's go ahead
Like,
back to my screen here. Appreciate you assisting me on that there. Let's jump into the economic calendar. Guys, Jay Powell today going to be speaking here at 8:15 my time. That's going to be 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys know when he opens his mouth, the markets seem to listen. The investments either go up or down. So be careful there today. He's going to be speaking there. Tomorrow, we got Chair Powell speaking again, and initial jobless claims tomorrow. But I do want to point out, guys, check it out. The 30-year fixed rate mortgage has gone down 0.2%. So you can now buy a home for only an arm and a half of a leg instead of an arm and a leg. So yeah, there you go. It's gone down a little bit. Hey, it's at least going down and not up, because this has been continuously up every time that I've showed the audience. So let's see here. Excuse me. Bitcoin liquidations. Oh, total liquidations, I should say. In the past 24 hours, 50,074 traders were liquidated. Shout out to the market movers. That's them right there, right? The total liquidations coming in at $106 million. The largest single liquidation order happened on OKX. It was ETH. Someone got wrecked for $953,000. Nothing big. Nothing big. At least it's not a million, right? It's just $953,000. It's someone's entire life income out there lost in one trade. So let's see. Kabisi letters on X marks the spot, guys. Always pulling some what I'm seeing on X that I think is big for you. So we're going to talk about this one real fast. This came out yesterday. What time was it? About yesterday morning. So here we go. Breaking: U.S. household debt rises by $230 billion in quarter three, 2023, to a new record. New record for household debt in the U.S. is 17 point almost $3 trillion there. Breaking down the large categories, it belongs to mortgage debt. So there was an extra $126 billion added for a total of $12.14 trillion in mortgage debt and household debt. Auto loans, $13 billion added to it for $1.6 trillion. Student loans coming in at $1.6 trillion with an additional $30 billion being added to it. Now, to be fair, this number coming in here, I don't know that they were tracking this in household debt when there was a moratorium against payments on this. So it is very possible that we don't actually have what they're saying here, because, and I will reiterate this again and again and again. Um, I don't know that they were tracking this like this when we didn't have to pay that. So if they weren't, then this wouldn't have been in there, and this would be an absolute pump in that did not exist before. Don't know how they were tracking that data, but there we go. Shout out to Crux of Crypto. He's the one that's been getting me all of these news articles that I'm bringing you today, and he does such a good job at it because he's always tracking my news needs. So credit card debt coming in. This is the big one, guys. $48 billion in credit card debt. Here's the difference. This loan for student loans for college, this is a fixed rate loan. Auto loans, these are fixed rate loans. They accumulate debt different than revolving credit. Okay, because revolving credit will throw on an interest rate, and then it will keep throwing on a higher interest rate. The way that they calculate credit card interest monthly is different than this, because people keep adding to this, and then it compounds. You get compounding interest. That's why it says if you pay your minimum payment, your payoff on this card will be like 2050. No joke. So when you see $48 billion here on credit card debt, that is not the same as if you had student loan debt. These are usually, they have high upfront interest, and then it starts to swoop down as your principal comes the other way, right? Not on credit card debt. Credit card debt is calculated a lot differently, and you're going to pay a ton more interest and not principal always on credit card. So, total household debt in the U.S. is now up average 21% for 3 years and rising rapidly. We are fighting inflation with debt. So there you go. I wanted to point that out because Americans are just burying themselves in debt. So, uh, jumping into the news here, Ripple partners up with HSBC. HSBC Bank, if you guys don't know, we looked it up earlier because I could not remember what HSBC is, and it's something like Hong Kong and somebody's name, Bank of China. Okay. But HSBC, they're pretty big out there. They are looking at doing custodial services in 2024 for Ripple. And those that don't know, Ripple is the company that mines, mints, and manages XRP. Medico, a Ripple owned company for tokenized assets, has partnered with HSBC to launch a custodial service for institutional clients. HSBC is the largest bank in Hong Kong with a global presence. Notably, the partnership with HSBC's most recent move into the realm of blockchain and tokenized assets. This new service is planned to launch in 2024, according to Bloomberg, who first reported the partnership on November 8th. And then, in fact, the bank has recently announced a system to launch tokenized gold through its platform. Folks, when we talked about tokenization of real world assets, RWAs, there you go, tokenized gold in the platform. And I do believe that we're going to see this happen with stock markets and everything else eventually, too. So, HSBC Orion. For digital asset issuance. Furthermore, it's the latest large traditional financial institution to move to commercialize blockchain based applications. So shout out to Ripple for that, constantly making moves every day. And put an X in the chat if you're down with the X Army, XRP Army, because you know I am, and you know I know a lot of people in here are. So Circle, and then we're going to jump into the chat, and we're going to go into a conversation here about one of these articles, and then we're going to get into charts. So, Circle reportedly considering a 2024 IPO, according to Bloomberg. Circle has previously tried to go public through a blank check deal back in 2022, and that did not happen. So, Circle Internet Financial Limited, that is the issuer of USD coin, the stable coin, is considering going public in early 2024. Unnamed sources familiar with the matter told Bloomberg. The stablecoin issuer is talking to advisors about an initial public offering, but hasn't made a final decision yet. Circle is valued at about $9 billion when it attempted a public listing through a merger with a special purpose acquisition company, aka a SPAC. There's all the X's pumping up in the chat. I love it. Let's go, guys. Before the stablecoin issuer withdrew its deal last December. So Circle has raised $400 million from investors, including Goldman Sachs, General Catalyst Partners, BlackRock, and Fidelity in April 2022, when the firm's valuation started at $7.7 billion. USDC, let's summarize it up. USDC issuer Circle is going to be going for an IPO, bringing more legitimacy into the market space of crypto through institutional financial institutions on the institutional side. So this is a kind of a big deal, guys, and this is going to add a lot of legitimacy, and the whole separation of people of US Tether versus USD coin will continue on because they have an IPO. So there you go. I can't wait to hear those arguments. Elon Musk, let's check the chat real fast. Crux of crypto in here. HSBC is one of the biggest global banks. Hong Kong's largest, very big in Europe and US as well. Absolutely factual, bro. Got a lot of X's in here. We got Alex O Crypto in the house. Let's go, Alex O. We love having you in here, man. If you guys don't know, Alex O Crypto has a YouTube show. It's got great content. I call him the Otter, and he's got good stuff, man. Good morning from Canada, from BC Al. Shout out to you, brother. Thanks for being here. Elo Brown in the house. And Nancy Croy, always coming to give me some support over here. And Gia. Yeah, Justin Eubanks is in here. She's giving shout outs to everybody. He's just, you get a shout out, and you get a shout out, and you get a shout out. He's like the Oprah Winfrey of the chat, though. Okay, let's jump into this last article here, and let's talk about this for a second. Elon Musk envisions AI as a catalyst. I'm gonna say cap on this, as my son would say, cap on this headline, as a catalyst for universal high income. And what is he talking about? Well, let's leave the too long, didn't read. The TLD on here says Elon Musk suggests AI will make obsolete traditional jobs and lead to a universal high income for all. Musk's proposal expands the concept of a basic fixed income to a more generous support system, yet specifics are unclear. And while there's a debate over the potential for AI to discourage work, Musk's idea continues to stimulate the discussion on the future economic security. So I'm just going to tell you what he talks about here. He talks about that your lower level grind jobs are going to be replaced by AI. Okay. Uh, let's just go over here. What's up, OC? How you doing, bro? He
Hey,
says it's going to replace those, and that because you have all of this free labor of AI taking place at the basic level of labor, that is a free cost. There's no cost. It's free labor for corporations. It's maintenance versus hourly wage, benefits, unemployment tax, payroll tax, all that good stuff. And that because of that, it's going to lift up, and there's going to be this universal higher pay wage for everyone across the board. I call BS. And I don't know what your thought is on this, OC. Tell me your thoughts. I'll tell you mine afterwards. Go for it. What do you got?
perfect. All right. So, first of all, I do also call it BS. Why? Because this is happening as any other revolution. When we stop using horses up for our main change or like our main transportation, I mean, you could actually see how everybody, yes, was getting into a better way, like in the car and stuff, but many jobs were lost, right? I mean, and it basically was the same automation on making the cars. Cars are only maintenance and they are not susceptible to sickness, cold, heat, so on and so forth, right? But he's also talking about a universal income, right? Which this is the part where I believe he is pulling the or pushing the buttons right here or pulling the leverage. Why? Because remember, guys, that he was also putting some fear or FOMO or food, if you might call it that way, when he was saying, you know what, we're going too fast with the AI, right? And we need to set a break of, I don't remember, what was it, 5 years, non-developing AI. And then
Yep.
it hasn't been even, what, 2 years, not even 2 years, right? And I will call it even not even one full year since he made that announcement. And he already has pushed his own AI, right? He has any other things like, like chips and stuff like that for the brain that runs on AI and many other things like that. And now that he does has an AI, he's saying, "Oh, you know what? When we push this up, everybody's gonna be great, right?" And I don't think that's gonna be a actual point. I think this is gonna be more like, all right, if you are a millennial, not a Gen Z, anything behind Gen Z, you might have either to look for the next possible spot or niche that you might be putting your skills to work with, or like evolve or die, right? Or adapt or die. And then new generations will be adding or using this AI as a daily part of their life. And if we can jump right into my for a little second right into my
Yeah,
screen
absolutely. What
here,
you got?
I have a little news here, which is the App Store for AI, OpenAI GPT stores. Remember, yesterday they had an announcement there, right? And some of the most important things, in my point of view here, that will have the most impact on the society at our level down here will be that now you can configure ChatGPT, make it whatever or virtually whatever you need it to, and then use it yourself. Also, copyright protected. Not only that, you can sell it to somebody else. Like, for example, we are not even talking about Facebook. Remember when Facebook was cutting out jobs and said, well, this is going to be a very rough year, so that's why we're letting go that much portion of our workforce. Well, then, have you guys looked at Facebook charts now? I mean, despite its pullback, it's been doing not that bad, and they're using AI instead of workforce. Now, this is coming to our like day-to-day average Joe level, and that thing that's gonna be very important change in our lifestyle, like
I,
now.
I think okay, so I can go with somewhere in between what you're saying and what Elon Musk is saying here. And the way I see that is while he's saying that there will be a higher universal base pay because this lower level labor cost will be erased by things like AI. You're saying that lower level income bracket will be looking for other ways to make money. Not that they're going to be on this higher universal, because they're going to be using self-employed things, using AI to make money and generate their own income. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, like for example, if I would run a business, which I had in the past, I will be, instead of using or hiring somebody to do a basic stuff, I'll just configure or get an AI bot. Therefore, I will be using or hiring, instead of 5 people for my business, I'll be
Okay.
hiring only 3.
And then, but here, okay. But if you were to hire those 3 people, OC, you're probably going to pay. Okay, this is my payroll block. I don't have 5 people squeezed into it. I have 3. I'm going to pay them all 3 a little bit more. I don't think average corporate America is going to do that. If corporate America goes, I've saved $1.2 million this year on payroll by integrating AI, I'm going to pay my CEO of that $1.2 million a $750,000 bonus, and I'm going to pocket this other $0.5 million into our coffers for future expansion of the company. It's going to go back into profits on the company in the CEO's pocket. Nobody, in my opinion, is going to see that money. However, we even have debate going on in the chat on this. Elo Brown says Elon's idea is a dream of what could happen if our society wasn't built on greed. That's where I'm at with you on this one, Elo Brown. However, Crux of Crypto says that AI will 100% be responsible for universal based income, UBI, in his opinion, and that it will replace too many jobs to where only highly educated people can be competitive within a job market. And so I think that's what he's saying, is that as a consolation prize, hey, sorry, you don't have a high enough education level to get the jobs. We know that AI has wrecked the economy and the job force opportunities, so we're going to pay you this little small, UBI. Okay, I think that's where he's going with that. But yeah, it's jacked, man. It's jacked. And Elon must have smoked another joint right before this and said hashtag 420. Let me make a statement to cause a controversy here and give everybody hopium that's never going to happen here. Elon Musk envisioning AI as a catalyst for universal high income, probably not happening. So let's go and jump into this last article here, and this is going to lead us into the charts here today, guys. Grayscale Chainlink Trust shares rocket to 200% premium. So as you guys know, Grayscale, they do, they have Bitcoin and Ethereum, so on and so forth, and their trust shares, right? However, um, they also have one for Chainlink, and it has rocketed a 200% premium. So G-Link is what this goes by. Shares in Grayscale's Chainlink Trust have rocketed to a 200% premium compared to the spot link markets. So it has actually way outperformed what the charts are showing. The sizable spread was flagged by Chainlink God, a prominent influencer and Chainlink community ambassador, on November 7th. The data shows the spread between G-Link and Link growing from roughly 100% to 200% amid the latest Chainlink rally. So for those people that have been looking at GBTC and going, holy crap, uh, look at GBTC pumping on its premium side. It's actually outperforming Bitcoin. Well, it's on Chainlink side, it's even more prevalent on that outperforming. So, Grayscale absolutely crushing it over there and getting a lot of people in on grabbing up those opportunities to make even more money. So, let's go here. I didn't even pull that screen up, did I? Did not. There you go. There's the Grayscale Chainlink Trust shares rocketing to 200%. There you go. And then G-Link shares 200% premium over Chainlink. And there's that chart, just so you guys know, because I was sitting on the screen still with both of us. So, yeah, you guys heard what I was talking about here, though. So that's the chart on it. Absolutely rocking a 200% run up in comparison to the Chainlink charts, which we're going to look at in just a second here. OC, we're going to jump into that, but I do want to address something here real fast in the chat, because I was asked by Otter, by Alex O Crypto, what our community is called. And for those that don't know, it's the Army alumni here at Piper Academy. So there you go. That is that is the name of the community over here. You know what? I have a better one, OC, because it's OC guy and Piper. It's the OP alumni.
Nice, love
That's
it.
that's the name of it. There you go. Alex O, you gave us the name of our community. We have the OP alumni over here. And yeah, let's go into the charts. Taking a look. We'll start off right off the bat with the big one today. It's Chainlink. So here we go. Guys, Chainlink absolutely moving here. I told you guys back here on the 4 hour, I said, watch for this range down here to be our support range. I threw the box on there. It's like, it's right here on the 382. We got above it here. If we come back and test, I think we're going to hit there. Why do I think that we were going to hit there? Because when you come back on the daily, let's go back on the daily here, you can see that that was where this bottom was over here. Let me get this because I don't. Yep, there we go. That was where this bottom was here. And so I said, look, if you look at where this is going to come down to and where it got all the bouncing at over here before, I think that's what we're going to have back here. We had this nice support on the 4 hour. We came up and this was a point of resistance. We broke above it. We tagged it perfectly. This was when I was, this is after I had gotten into Chainlink, by the way, guys. When I did that purchase way back, I want to say it was like almost 3 weeks ago now. When was it? Let me see. Oh, there's my X. There's my X. Let's go over here and see. X, thank you. It was, bring that back. Like you left something. There you go. There it is. Um, so on October 21st, I said that I did this on yesterday. So October 20th. So yeah, it's been almost 3 weeks when I told you guys I was just bought some Bitcoin ETH, ADA Link, XLM. There were some other things that I ended up buying after that also. But yes, I just started to DCA, leaving some powder. I let everyone know over there in the Investing Bros community. So shout out if you got in on that. But yeah, it was good. It was really good. So I just wanted to check that date and remember what it was because I couldn't recall. But yeah, so here we go. We got that bounce there on that red T box there. Came to the upside. I said, look, guys, we got the 50% here. And anytime we're below this thing, this is very bullish resistance. Do not move on me. Thank you very much, sir. Lock you down. We had all this resistance here that we were bouncing off of on this 50% line. Well, we rocketed up. We were hitting the 618. Now, guys, right now on this 4 hour candle, here's what I'm watching. We are pumping above this 0.66 of the golden pocket here. If we can break up and close above this, and this 4 hour is going to close in about 3 hours. Okay. If we can get above this and turn this into support, this is where I think, as I said in the title, $15 chain link coming in next. I think this is where we're going to be heading if the 0.66 is not rejected. If we do reject on that, I would be watching. Let's go ahead and throw a new T-box on because we got to have those. I would say that we're probably going to trade somewhere in this range here on that 618 with wicks down below where all the support is at down here. Matter of fact, let's drop that to there. There you go. There's going to be your support box on your T box coming up. But yeah, I think that if we don't close above the 0.66 here and we reject under here, that we're going to trade something like this with small wick downs below that 618 until we can get another build up and while it accumulates in here. Consolidation period there. Sometimes it has to cool off. You know, this is a lot of energy going up that way. I would also say that that might be possibly coming because the cloud on the oscillator is starting to get a little tight here. And it does look like, even though it's green ribbon, it does look like we could be set for a pullback here, which it's due. It needs to do it. We had them up here and did a little pullback, and you can see that helped a little bit, but we did not really bring down the oscillator. However, I will
Guys, we
say
could be
this.
informing if we do flip right there on the edge of that let's see over what is it over spot zone, we will be
Yep.
making another or a new divergence there.
Yes, there will be another divergence. And I do want to point out, though, that on this last region here that we had where it was up high and tight like this, the cloud's really thin and tight. You can see we just grinded sideways for accumulation, and then it still did little small pullbacks that were back in the range of all of this originally, and it still pumped out of that all the way up. So I'm not overly concerned about it, but it does need a cool off at this point, in my opinion. OC, what are you seeing on yours? And then I will pull up Bitcoin while you're looking at the charts and talking about what you see there, man.
Absolutely. So I have two things that I want to point out here. The first of all is something very funny here. This is right before we or you invited me to the show. So this entry was what was only taken by the premium community on Chart Prime. You know, guys, that I do classes on Chart Prime. So right here, back to my left, if I can move on a little bit here, you can see where we opened when we said our alert, right? And you can see right here, what is it? Oh, come on. Here we go, that it was built on the 30th of October. You can see the time, and also you can see what set entry we had here. So you were looking at this from very like from before, and you went entering somewhere around here or around here, didn't you? If I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken.
Yeah,
So what
it
we
would have been October 20th that I bought.
Oh, nice. So we enter on October, no, November the 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, November the 1st. And we actually look for that entry on the 31st. So basically we are into one of those and we are at the top of this one. Also, your T-Box is very, I believe that it's amazingly positioned, because if you compare it with my predictive ranges in here, you can see that it's right on that spot where that bouncing of that rejection of it is. So I do agree with you on that. We could be just flipping around here. The cloud is very tight. So despite we have a very high prime score, nothing is saying that we could be retracing some higher support, right? So that is
OC, what's
something
that?
that.
OC, what is that prime score? What is a prime score, OC?
Oh, so the prime score, in case you don't know, on the chart prime indicators, we have come up with a set of numeric values that automatically get added to each indicator. So they all sum up or they subtract each other to give you an overall view whether the asset is bullish or it's bearish. So if you want just to go very fast into an asset and know whether you're bullish or bearish without having to make a whole step-by-step analysis, but still be a quality analysis, you only need to add your indicators and then make sure you take a look at your prime score. So as you can
So
see,
prime
we have
so the 9 is out of 10, correct? Just so people know.
exactly.
And so this is telling you that the trend is still strong. The prime score gives indication that the trend is still bullishly strong and continuing on. So I just wanted people to know what that is.
Exactly.
So OC's used to
Just one.
teaching over in the chart prime community. So sometimes you'll talk about something that viewers may not know what it is. So I just wanted to clarify.
Absolutely. Yeah, sorry, I just kind of like I tend to forget about that. But yeah, I mean, something that is very, very important to note here, guys, is that not because you are bullish, you're not going to have a retracement. All right. And that is important because when you're bullish, you're usually looking for longs, right? And a very nice long opportunity, it's on the pullback. So it's not about the breakout, you guys know the
It's about
drill.
the
It's
retest.
about the retest. Yeah.
And
So yeah, I mean
I
again,
want to touch on that. I want to touch on that while you're in there because C90 FTW, I think he's in the boat that a lot of people are in right now. When they were talking about, they were waiting for $6 because if you go back and look, there was a long running trend on the daily chart of $6 range on Chainlink. And so it kept bouncing on that $6 mark. And a lot of people were waiting for one more pullback to there to buy because everyone's always waiting for that next pullback, right? Always. It's just how it goes.
correct. Yeah,
So he did not get it, and he said, we are still out here waiting in the cold. Come back, Link, bro. That's why this is how I would handle this, not financial advice. When you have these little small pullbacks, just start scraping in little bits at a time. That way, you still got a lot of dry powder if it did come back hard, but you also have the opportunity to get some exposure. So you're imagine the water is really hot. You're trying to get into the tub right now, so that you're trying to get into the pool of profits, right? And the water's really hot. You don't just get in. It's gonna feel like you got burnt, right? Slowly adjust to it, and that's what you're going to do with little micro buy-ins, so that you can get some exposure while maintaining dollar cost averaging. If you take a look at my chart here real fast, how that would look on here for your buy points would be like when I talked about this box. Well, you would had done some there. you see here that it came back almost to my buy-in point. Let me buy another one here. And then we have pullback. We have pullback, and these would be your opportunity buying points there. So I just want to clarify that because a lot of people don't understand how to get in after something takes off and leaves them behind. But you can get little small buy-ins for exposure. May not have been your ideal buy price, but if you're doing this for long term in 2025, you won't care that you bought it at $10.90 and then $11.75 and then $12 if it does what people are thinking Chainlink can do. It's not financial advice, but that's how I would approach it. And I've still got plenty of dry powder, as I said on that tweet. That I put out and what I said to the community. I was still leaving dry powder to buy. So obviously I didn't deploy my full account that I needed to get in there, but I've been adding to it on these pullbacks as we go. So I'm giving you the same advice that I'm actually following myself. So um yeah, let's go.
Viper.
And
I
you got anything that you want to say on Chainlink there, OC?
Not in Chainlink, but I want to bring something to you just in case to see your or to know about your thoughts. I do have a strategy at this point. It's a private strategy for the private chart prime community, but I'm long thinking to revealing it. In fact, I already have a video ready to go on my channel. I haven't published it, but since that this question came up at this point, and we saw how Chainlink is actually playing out. I would like to say, I don't know, I could be revealing it exclusively here on your channel. The
It's our
full
channel, OC.
strategy.
It's
What
our
is it?
channel. This is our channel.
Oh, our channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So I could be exclusively revealing it on this channel before anywhere else in the public space. So I don't know if you how what are your things or your thoughts about? We could do a special about it, or I could
I,
kind of like
I
give you the
would
highlights whenever we
I
have
would
it.
love to do a static video. Start adding static videos onto this show, onto this channel. I think that would be great. So I'd love for you to do that. And guys in the chat, let us know if you guys want some static videos of stuff like that in on the Piper Academy channel. Let us know here and below in the chat, and we'll make it happen because we're here for you guys. So um, yeah, that would be great, dude. I would love for you to share that with the community here. The OP alumni over here, they would love to get some OC in the OP alumni book there. So um all right, let's go check out some more charts here, guys. Taking a look here on Bitcoin. Let's go check it out and see what's going on with it. I gave you guys my box here before, and we were talking about this for a good while here. I said, look, this is our resistance box. We're probably going to trade inside of this for a while. Well, guess what happened yesterday? We got back above this trend line that we had broken below. After we had gotten this little fight with the 786 here, we shot up, and now we are sitting on that upper trade band of the predictive ranges, guys. Um, that is going to be bullish, in my opinion, because typically we trade beneath the upper gold trade band and above the lower gold trade band. There's your delta in the median. I said we were pretty much trading in this box. Well, we've now broken that box and we're now above it. And the box that I'm talking about is not that red box. That's your T box there. What I'm talking about is that upper gold line right there and that blue line right there, which is your delta of the predictive range just from Chart Prime's Market Dynamics Pro. What I am watching here now, let me get all my white lines off here. Clean it off, like clean off the white lines like like a mirror in Hunter Biden's house. Um, Getting the bounce right here. Now we're sitting above this and looks like we could be coming up. I'm going to go ahead and extend the T box out here because I do still think it could come back into play. But yeah, so watch it there. I do think that we are heading up to that 45,000. Again, if I come over here and look on phase two, this is my phase two projection chart. We're still in phase two. We're pushing up and we're about to hit those horizontals of the gold pocket there, which is part of the three-phase cycle. It goes back from the candle close of the high. And the reason that I don't have this part in there is because this is where the pi cycle closed last bull run. So going off of pi cycle closings, which is typically the market top, that's what the pi cycle indicator does. Yes, I went there, Eric Wallen. That is where we base this off of, and this was just an over-exaggerated dead count bounce, according to a lot of people in the space. So we are in phase two, 182 days out approximately from that halving, and still pushing up to this. I do think that if we can turn in phase two, and guys, this could take, this could take into January in this phase two. These are weekly candles, but we get into this golden pocket. I do see $45,000 Bitcoin possibly being in the realm of playable at the halving event itself. So, it's looking really good for us in all actuality. So, if we take a look at back
Yes.
here at what we're looking at, what's that, OC?
I just said, I just confirmed, yes, it is. It is looking very good.
Yeah, absolutely. If we take a look at what we have here, we have the one-to-one of the all-time of the last high here, which would be back in. Let me go to the daily and see where this was at. Yeah, this would be the high point that we had back in May of 2022. So heading back into that range. If you guys want to know how you can, I'm going to go ahead and make a clean chart here. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that will help you. Oh, don't do that. Put that back. That can help you guys on knowing where these support ranges are at. So let's turn off and hide everything that's on here. And then I'm going to show you guys how to put on some support and resistance levels, because that's what we do here at Piper Academy. We teach, right? Knowledge is profit. Let's go back here. We're on the daily. We're going to go in and we're going to drop in a fixed range volume profile. Let me confirm where that FIB is. Yep, that one right there. We're going to go ahead and pull this off, and we're going to do this. There we go. Give me my fixed range volume profiles. There it is. So, actually, we're going to have to go back even further than that on this. We're going to go back to this high here, and we're going to go and see what we have for ranges here. So if we bring this in, and we're looking at the daily here, and I'm going to show you guys this. You can see we're going to go where these peaks are. So if you imagine that when we're on a peak, we can either fall back down into the valley. Let me show you here. We're on this peak right here, right? For example, we could fall back into the valley until we hit our next support, or we can roll up and continue on to our next resistance. This is how fixed range volume profiles work. These are gaps in here, and we tend to fly through gaps fairly quickly. As you can see, we had all this support down here, and then this big fast chain was literally this big gap, right? We fixed range volume profile. We flew through that gap there to the next fixed range. So to put your support and resistances on here, just put your line directly over what you have right there on that point. And all you're going to do is drop a horizontal line there. There's one. Our next one's going to be coming up here, and this one's a little wider. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a line here, and then I'm going to do a line here, and we're going to make a box there. So let's come over here, grab a rectangle box, and let's just put this in here. And this will be one of our resistance boxes here. Let's go ahead and move that out to the side, extend it a little bit, and then we can get rid of the lines, because that's just going to be a resistance range. So we're going to go ahead and turn that into red. There's that. Bam. And then next up, we've got another decent box right here. So let's go ahead and take this box. Come here, box. Copy, paste. And we're just going to move it up here into this next area, which is going to be a little shorter, in my opinion. Actually, no, it's going to be a little bigger, because this is not really sloped very much. There's not really a peak there. And then looks like we have one more box here. Paste. Yeah, if it's just a very specific peak that you can see, then use the peak, the line. And if it not, then you can use the boxes there. But that's what we're looking at ahead up to that $47,000 range. So we're going to go ahead and leave these on here, and we will come back and check these periodically and see where we are with all of them. So, OC, you got anything on Bitcoin you want to show? And then I will go and jump over into some other indicators before we get off here. So,
Absolutely. Yes, I do. So we know we're going to be doing the reveal on this strategy, but also I want to take or tackle the short or the most immediate part of Bitcoin at this point, since Army Piper is a specialist and it's doing a great and amazing job on the higher time frames. So I think he got it all completely basically pieced out here. So I'm going to be tackling the more like short-term immediate term, which is going to be the 4-hour. You guys know that I love the 4-hour. It's usually where I'm most profitable, or I'm the most profitable, guys. So if you're trading, this is not financial advice, but also make sure you set your numbers and look for where are you the most profitable. So let's take a look at this, what's happening at this point on Bitcoin. And you can see that we are ranging just like a link was doing. All right, and you can see where are my entries and where are my exits, and this is not from now. You can see this chart where I have a record of all of my trades, and as you can see, when the price is ranging, that's what I trade the most. And this is personal. I love ranging because that's where I make the most amount of money. All right, so let's just keep an eye in here and see. And I'm not going to be revealing the whole thing, but I have early identified the range that I'm in, right? And I can do that very easily with the chart prime indicators. As you can see, if I turn them on, I have my predictive ranges. So as you can see, they are basically following them perfectly. So also, guys, if you haven't heard about the Wyckoff theory or the Wyckoff method, guys, you are missing out. Just Google Wyckoff method, give it a read, and I think you're gonna have a brand new set of eyes to look at the charts. So also, based on how to identify as ranging, based on the Wyckoff method, I have identified this range, and as I go down here, I enter for a long, and I take out only 50% out. I keep my stop loss, and I keep half of my entry here. As I go down, I enter for a short, and as I retrace, I take 50% out again. All right. So I'm gonna keep doing this until the range is done. As you can see, I am hedging right now. So I'm both longing and shorting. So let me turn on another indicator very quick here. And I know this is a little bit complex, but you will see where is my premium zone and an order block, right? As you can see, I did add it to my short position here, and I know this could go either way. That's why I'm holding my long position since the beginning. And if I see it retracing to some important zones like this, right, I will be adding back that 50% that I took all the way up here and up here to complete a one full entry and keep my short also open. If the price breaks above, I will be losing this itty bitty stop loss, right? But my long will be thriving, right? And if it goes back down, basically I'll be losing this itty bitty stop loss, but my short will be thriving. So basically, looking at the same spots that Army Piper is using my order blocks up here, you can see them somewhere around the 36K, and also my supports, which are somewhere around 34,500 and 33,900, somewhere around those zones.
Can you do me a favor, OC? Clean off all of your indicators and stuff and show the audience how to use, because there's another tool that's free. I love chart prime indicators and I use them myself all the time, but I also like to show people what is out there for them to use for free. So can you throw on a regression trend tool across that entire run there? Because I think this is a free indicator that people need to know how to use because it's going to give people some good DCA buy-in. So go ahead and drop that in, show them where it's out there.
Perfect. Guys, this is a little tool that I love. I really love. It's a little bit hidden here, but look it up here. It's at the second button right here, where usually the line is at my left. And let me see if I can make this smaller. Here we go. Just so you can see where is it at. All right. Just bear with me. It is not the first one. It is the second button here. You can see here, trend line tool. I click in the side button here, and then I'm looking at the regression trend channel. Is this the one that you're talking about?
Yep, that's the one.
Perfect. So I'm gonna get it started where I do realize that there's a channel, and you know what? I'm gonna go to a cleaner chart. Here we go. Better. And again, look at that here to my side, and I have regression trend channel. So I'm gonna click it here and extend it all the way to the end. The more information that I have, the more precise this channel will be.
And it,
As you
just
can
so
see, it's
people
divided
know,
between blue.
it automatically dropped that range, that diagonal range box there. So you have good support lines that you can buy into for DCA or for entering into some short-term trades. So just so you guys know, fantastic tool, free to use. And if you don't have Chart Prime, there's some workarounds that you can do to get some decent picture of what's actually going on in the marketplace there. So yeah, I wanted to show that. I appreciate that, OC. I want to jump in. We're going to go check out a couple of other charts before we hop out of here because old Jay Powell's about to speak, as someone said. So we'll see what happens with the markets when that happens. So yeah, that regression trend tool, guys, though, it's a great tool and you should check it out. And it's free to use. So And if you don't have the power of Chart Prime plugged into your charts, there's a way to get some other pictures of what's going on in the market and how to enter your trades. So I like the quick and easy way. So I like Chart Prime, but hey, you can finagle. You can finagle. There's always a workaround. Let's go here. I want to turn off my fixed range volume profile and let's jump back in. Let's go check out XRP. Hashtag XRP Army. Guys, I told you that 50% line. I do think that we still might see a pullback here to my green box that I put in here on the 382. We've had a couple of close wicks, but nothing has quite got there yet. And then we'll go look at Hood in a second, Eric Wallen. Give me 1 second. All right. If you take a look here, though, we are sitting back at the 50, trying to break down beneath it right now as we speak. Right there, you can see that candle coming below that 50% mark at 68.5 cents on XRP. If we do prove this and close this candle here as support, look for us to be heading back up to 75 cents. We were here back in this period of time back here, and we almost hit it with our high yesterday. We came up to 73.2 cents here on the Binance XRP chart. So the reason that I specified Binance on that, guys, is because different exchanges have different levels that things hit. Like yesterday, I believe on Chainlink, Coinbase's had it hitting higher than most other exchanges did on its high wick. So let's jump into Solana real fast. Solana still getting its support off of that 236, currently coming back down to that delta line there of the predictive ranges. So be watching for a bounce. Let's go ahead and throw a box in here, man. Let's do a box. Let's do a T box. Shout out to Tim on this. He uses these boxes all the time, and I've just fallen in love with doing boxes now. This is going to be green because why? It's support. That's why. There we go. Let's go check out ADA. Give a quick update on. Oh yes, ADA, folks, guys. Yesterday I told you guys. I went back and looked at this previous range back here, and I said, yeah, we had a bunch of play back here in this range. And I said, so watch, and I circled this white line. Watch for us to come back down and bounce in this range. Lo and behold, literally in that box that we had put on, that is what we came up with. We almost wicked down perfectly to this red line here, which is the upper resistance line of the predictive ranges, which has now become support because we have broken above it. We came down almost perfectly to the wick there of the box. We candle closed in the circle that I drew, and we bounced back up. Looks like right now we might be coming back to retest this 50 right here, coming in at about 34.58 cents there. So, yeah, guys, beautiful. That wick down that we had came off of the golden pocket yesterday for that rejection down to this area. So, shout out to anyone who was watching that and got into on that bounce down there for their trade entry. Good job. You guys rock. Let's go see what else is there. Let's check out Caspa, bro. Caspa. All right, guys, I told you I love these. I love predictive ranges. There's our upper trade band, lower trade band, delta, upper resistance line. Where do we reject at? On the upper resistance line of the predictive ranges there. And remember, these are printed all the way back when we start into a new range. So that is where we have the rejection yesterday on Caspa. Actually, overnight would be last night at 2300 at night. That's 1100 my time, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now it looks like we are trying to pull back. I'm going to be watching for us to get support on this upper trade band here, this upper gold band of predictive ranges. If we do come down, we got a trend assistant coming in here, normally a very good support line, and the 2618 because we are on extended fibs now. So yesterday, if you guys were watching on Investing Bros for the community members over there, they did a video and he said there's not really much you can do when you are past, when you have gone past a point of historical price because you have nothing to compare it back to. Well, what I do is I do this thing called FIB Extensions, and I have them set up in a very specific way that deals with golden pockets on each one. So the 0.618, and then the 1.618, the 2.618, so on and so forth. And all I did was found the trend where it had changed because we were making lower lows, so on and so forth here, right? And then it switched, and we made a higher low, and then a higher high, and then a higher high, and a higher low, right? We're in a trend now. So I used that range from here to the high to the low. That's the 3 points that you do when you place these, and it will give you this whole trend extension. That is where we are right now, and we have gotten great support here on the extension, the phase 2 of Golden Pocket extensions there. If you guys want those levels to put on yours, there they are. Quick snapshot for you. Grab that screenshot later. And then all it is this one right here. It is trend-based FIB extensions here. So that is where we are right now. And I do believe that despite coming back down and hitting those ranges that I was just talking about, we're going to go ahead and drop a box on there real fast for a rectangle box. But I do believe that we're going to be finding support somewhere in this range, and we're going to make this yellow, even though it's support. I no guarantees on this one. This is not a super strong feeling that we could get down into this box. So I actually think that Caspa has been extremely bullish lately. So we're going to put that right there, and that's what we're going to be watching at for our bounce based on this upper trade line coming in at about 0.068 down to that point, that phase 2 golden pocket that we actually had all of our support back here on, going over about 2 full days of support there. So yeah, I do think that this is looking really good, and we are very likely heading up to the phase 3 golden pocket here. So that's what I'm seeing on Caspa. Let's go and let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Eric Wallace said, "My girl," because I started talking about Caspa. Well, actually, Archie started talking about Caspa, and then I started talking about Caspa, and then now everybody's talking about Caspa. But crypto trades talked me into going ahead and dropping the ball on it. I did, or dropping the hammer on it. I did. Picked up some, and then Eric Wallace said, "Damn it, I'm into. Let's go." So now we're all just sitting around watching Casper all day. Looking at Polygon MAD here, guys. We are in the golden pocket here. We have resistance on it. We punched back up in there, and we now are above the value area high on the fixed range volume profile. Back here, bam, there we go. We are currently sitting right now above this range. I'm going to go ahead and drop this on here so you can see how this fixed range volume profile works here. Bam, there's the line on that peak. Let's go and look. I think we actually have a candle fighting on support. You can see the resistance there. See the resistance there? And then the support. That's how fixed range volume profiles play in line with Fibonacci's. And then, you throw chart prime on top of it and you get beautiful confluence. Is Powell going to cause the throwback with a bully retest? I don't know, bro. That man is chaotic, and he could come out and say some off the wall hawkish stuff and just totally trip the markets out. And the market could really just call us BS on it too, like they've done before too. He's come out and been hawkish, and then the investors are like, "Yeah, I don't buy it." Cap. And then they go on. King D said, "Are your predictive ranges based on the time frame of what you're on?" No. For those that are wondering, I keep my predictive ranges locked on a 12-hour time frame, and then I trade off of the 12-hour. So it's multi-time frame. I'm on a 4-hour chart looking at 12-hour predictive ranges all the time. So that's what I do with those. There you go, King D. Yep. And then let's go see Matic right now. Like I said, we're getting support on this. I do think that we're heading up to the 618. You can see 618 previous resistance back here in July of 2023. So XLM not doing as good as what I thought it would be doing. Still up right now in my XLM, but it is not doing what XRP is doing. Doge, guys, I've been watching Doge here pretty close. And yes, I did pick up some Doge for clarification and transparency. I picked up some Doge in that run that I did back on the 20th of October, which would be back 20 October down here. That's where I picked it up. We were breaking the we were breaking the dynamic reactor for support. There's a retest on it 2 days later. And so I got my Doge all the way back there. Now we are sitting up here in the golden pocket and bouncing between. So if you're looking for a scalp range, hashtag golden pocket. Let's see what else we got here. For my people out there, A to Ace, if you're still in here, here you go. Let's take a look at World Mobile Token, WMT. I told you guys this is probably going to be our range of trade. A long time ago, I put this out back in like 10 October. I was telling people, look for this range. This is our trade range. We've got a golden pocket for resistance. We've got a 50% for support down at the bottom on the fibs. And we just keep fighting here, getting rejection every time we come up to that 0.65, which is at the top of my red box there. So watching this closely, it does seem to have some heavy resistance. Guys, when this eventually gets the Sheldon Cooper effect, which is, penny, 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 and he keeps knocking until the door opens, I think that's what's going to happen here. We're going to keep knocking on this door until we break above it. And penny, the Sheldon effect is going to take place, and then we're going to be heading up to 15.5 cents there, previous resistance back here in beginning of October. So I think that once we get past this 14.5 cent range, break this box, break that golden pocket. There we go. That's what's going to happen. Shout out to Ada Ace for the World Mobile Token. And then Hood was the request that I had from someone. And so we're going to do this. And then OC, you and I are going to talk it out. Okay, let's go check out MEXC here
Absolutely.
on that exchange. Hello, Hood. Oh, good Lord. What are you giving me, man? You guys and your DGen coins. I love you all. I love you. I love my DGens in here. I love my OP alumni and their DGen plays. Dude,
I
this ain't
think
even got data on the hour, man. There's got to be a better one.
I
I'm going
think
to
it's
go look
gonna
and
play
see.
out in a 1 minute chart frame. Sorry,
I'm going
one
to go
minute
look
chart.
at Hood on and see what we can find on some other ones. That's MEXC. Let's check it on Uniswap. These are all versus ETH. Uh, what do you want me to look at here, man, on Hood, bro? So what you're saying is I can have a 15-minute predictive range and trade the 1 minute? Yes, King D, you can. All you got to do is go in and set it to what you want it to be on. It's default on chart. So there you go. Yeah, this looks horrible. I'm going to go check out like Pancake Swap. These are all decentralized exchanges. The only centralized exchange that covers it is MEXC. So I'm going to go check like versus Ethereum here, I guess, and see how that looks. Oh God, it looks even worse. What are you giving me, man? I don't know that I can even do TA on this. He's giving me, he's like, let's challenge Army Piper's capabilities here. All right, fine. I'm going to go on this. We're going to drop this down on a 15-minute. Nope, we're going to drop this down on a 5 minute. Dude. It's a stock. Well, that would help. I thought you were talking about a crypto. He said it's a stock. Oh, Robinhood. Eric Wallen, I'm going to put you in a 5 minute timeout. Good Lord. Oh, good God. What's going on with Robinhood here, man? Has any news came out on Robinhood? Do you know, OC? Or
Not that I'm aware
Crux?
of.
Yeah, this is getting hurt bad. This is getting hurt bad. Stonk like Pac-Man. Yes, I got it. I got it. When he said Hood, I was in crypto. Just say Robinhood. People, people. All right, let's take a look here. I'm going to try to do just some basic TA, and then we're going to look for the confluence with the overlays here, guys. This is how I start off on a clean chart. Let's go back here, see where the bottom is. There's the bottom, and we're going to run that up to the recent top here. So we're going to come over here, grab a fib retracement, turn on the magnet tool so I can make sure I lock the bottom here. There it is, up to the top. Lost the golden pocket. That's not good. You can see it was holding pretty tight there. Am I on the bottom? Nope, there's a little bit better bottom there. There we go. Okay, so here we go, guys. We have the bottom here. No, we don't. We do not have the bottom, man. There's the bottom. Okay, and then got our top. It should be placed well. Yep, it's placed good. So we lost the golden pocket. We're now coming down platinum pocket. If we take a look back here, you can see the platinum pocket has played out as support many times on the 786 here. So there's a good range. I'm going to go ahead and throw a fixed range volume profile on here also. And then we're going to look and see where we could look for a bounce on this, because this might be a good buy-in opportunity, guys. Robinhood's not going anywhere unless there's some news that has come out. Okay, so they had their earnings report. Guys, this happens on earnings reports, and nothing horrible comes out of it. Just him and little John will run it through the forest looking back and forth. Oh, and hard to say. Yes, usage is down. Piper, my first hood buy was today. I think you are going to get a better price buy in, bro. I hope you didn't shoot your load on this one and that you still got some. Um, Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I think we're going to be heading down to the 786. You can even see as we've been talking here, it's been pushing down that way. Fixed range volume profile, we've lost the value area low also. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and throw a T box on here. This is going to be my call for some Robinhood buy-in. It's going to be in the platinum pocket here, in my opinion. Anything in here is going to be a buy range for me. If you want to know how to do this, you can set alerts for this. Let's go ahead and do this here. Draw a horizontal line and then draw a horizontal line here. And then you can just right click on this line, add an alert on that horizontal line, set it there, buy hood. There you go. And once it goes through there, we're going to do a crossing down. So if it crosses down below it, you'll get a notification to say buy hood on the alert name. There you go. Um, that's how I would handle that. But yeah, this is not looking pretty right now. I do believe we're heading down into that box. So, okay, that's what I got there. Any opinions on that, OC?
Not really. I was looking at the same zone, also because we have a big low before, and we have kind of like a, well, this is meta. Just talking about meta again. It is within a range, applying the same strategy, basically looking for identifying that range. As you can see, I have a manual trend line there, and as soon as we break that trend line that we had going on here and in here, basically we're going for a lower low, right? And remember, we are above the dynamic reactor. If you don't like the dynamic reactor, you don't have access, you can use something like EMAs or something like that. Just a quick tip, I like the 50-55 EMA to keep a look on. It is a little bit different than or is way different than the dynamic reactor, but it still give you kind of like a 4 hour or daily support, or kind of like an idea whether you're bullish or bearish, depending whether you're above or below, right? And
Yep.
at that point, I was looking for a lower low. We had it, but again, we are above the dynamic reactor, so we're still bullish. And as you can see right now, look at our prime score. It's 7. It's not 10. It's not 9, but still pretty high, right? And also something that we did not talk about. This is part of the chart prime saga, or the chart prime indicators. This is the consolidation score. Again, if you don't have the consolidation score, don't worry. Just take a look at the Y curve method. You're gonna be learning how to identify ranges, and also you can be using the tool that we just showed you, which it is the sorry, the regression trend here. All right, so by identifying the range, you can be looking for your next entry point, right? So as you can see, I here entered for a long. It was very close to take me out. It didn't. Taking some profits, enter for a short, again entering for a long, and at this point I'll be looking for my oscillator to see or to catch any flip of the ribbons in here to again catch a short. I'm hedging this. We've been trading this with the community, with the private community for a long time, and just so you know, this is daily. Why? Because on the 4 hours was very choppy. So just so you
There, I
know,
threw that up
this is
top
what I'm
there
looking
on
at.
I threw that up top there. Indie Rock Crypto said he uses the EMA 34 and EMA 8 with Bollinger's, and then mid Bollinger Band 20 MA and the 50 MA and the 200 MA. So there you go. There's all kinds of ways out there to do this stuff, guys. We're just trying to give you what we use, and give you guys options and choices. So
Absolutely. So basically, it's also everything that I've been looking at, and not that much on the markets here. I'm still holding the trades that we have. Since we're heading to the Friday, on Friday on the private channel, we do kind of like a look for all the trades that we enter and set up a win rate. And yeah, so that I'm just holding what I have because, guys, remember, managing your trades, managing your loss, your risk management, it is one of the most important parts. So again, at this point, I have a certain amount of wallet size, and I'm willing to enter up to 6 trades at a time. And whenever I'm just overdoing those, I will be closing some trades to be able to open up new ones, or just holding what I got. So just so you know, That might be some very interesting ones. But if I have my full capacity of 6 trades, I will not be taking any more until I start selling.
Absolutely, bro. So yeah, I appreciate you guys joining us here today. I do want to drop a link here in the chat real fast. You guys can use this to join the Chart Prime Discord, and there's a reason for this, I promise. Why is it not pasting in there? There it is. There you go. I just dropped a link there. Oh, I did it twice. That's why. Okay. I dropped a link in there. That is to the Chart Prime Discord. And while we do have premium side that's behind the indicator, we have a free area of the Discord also. And one of the things that we do for free in the community there every Wednesday is TA Talk. OC and I go through a bunch of trade setups and everything. It's open to the public. So if you guys click that link, get in there and join the free Chart Prime Discord side, you will be able to watch us on a private subscriber or private Discord show every Wednesday. And that starts what time today? I believe it's in like 20 minutes, isn't it?
It is. It is in
Yeah,
20
so in about
minutes.
20 minutes, we're going to be on that Discord there doing TA talk. So join us over there, guys. It costs nothing to get in there. There's the link. I'll start including it down in the description below. If you guys want any of the links that we have to our Twitter, to Investing Bros Discord, which has free stuff, to our Discord, which is in the chat there, or Chart Prime Indicators, you can get 45% off. All those links are down below. Appreciate you guys joining us here today. We will catch you in TA Talk in about 20 minutes if you're going to be over there. If not, we'll catch you tomorrow morning right here on Piper Academy. Shout out to the OP alumni. Thank you for joining us today. Hit that like button on the way out. OC, another great show. Always great to be on here with you, man. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Thanks for joining us on Piper Academy, where knowledge is profit. Peace.
That was awesome, dude!